When we open the news today, it doesn't feel like the world is at a war. No sirens, no World War headlines, no countries officially declaring enemies. Yet something feels off. Countries are nervous, economies are shaking, technology is being controlled. It feels like the world is holding its breath, and that's because the Cold War never really ended. It simply learned how to hide. After the World War II, the world was exhausted. Millions were dead. Cities were destroyed. From this destruction, two powerful sides emerged. On one side was the Western Bloc, led by the United States. This side believed that money, markets, and private ownership bring progress. They believed capitalism, democracy, and individual freedom would shape a better future. Countries like the United States, Western Europe, and United Kingdom and Japan stood together under this bloc, protected by a military alliance called NATO. On the other side was the Eastern Bloc, led by the Soviet Union. This side believed that the state should control industries and resources to ensure equality and prevent exploitation. Countries like East Germany, Poland, Hungary, and Czechoslovakia joined this camp, united under the Warsaw Pact. These ideas were not just philosophies, they became identities. Countries didn't just trade differently, they thought differently. The problem, both sides had nuclear weapons, so instead of fighting directly, they chose a different kind of war. A war of fear, a war of influence. Every country was forced to answer one question: whose side are you on? People today don't fully understand how tense that time was. Children in the United States and Europe practiced nuclear drills in schools. Families built underground shelters, fearing a Soviet strike. On the other side, people in Eastern Europe lived under constant surveillance, afraid of Western influence and internal crackdowns. Leaders in Washington and Moscow knew that one wrong decision could end civilization. Yet the superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, never fired nuclear weapons at each other. Instead, they fought through smaller countries, political pressure, and economic influence. The Cold War wasn't loud like a battlefield, it was quiet, constant, and exhausting. In the early 1990s, one side collapsed. The Soviet Union broke apart. The Eastern Bloc discovered. The Warsaw Pact disappeared. Borders opened. Trade increased. People celebrated. The world believed power struggles had ended. But here's the truth: human history doesn't work like that. Power never disappears, it only changes hands to methods. The Cold War didn't die, it adapted. Today, no country wants open war. It's too expensive, too risky. So the battlefield shifted. Once again, power blocks are forming. On one side is a Western led bloc centered around the United States along with Europe, Japan, and close allies. Instead of missiles, this bloc uses money, technology control, trade rules, and global institutions. On the other side is a Eurasian power bloc with China and Russia at its core. This side focuses on manufacturing power, energy resources, supply chains, and regional influence. If you control technology, you control the future. If you control supply chains, you control economies. This is why modern conflicts look confusing. They are invisible but powerful. This is Cold War 2.0. The old Cold War had clear enemies: the United States versus the Soviet Union. Clear borders, clear sides. This one doesn't. Countries trade with the West while depending on China for manufacturing. They buy energy from one side and technology from another. A decision taken in Washington, Beijing, or Moscow can crash markets across continents. The danger today is not sudden destruction, it's slow pressure, and slow pressure breaks nation quietly. India stands at a rare position. India understands the cost of choosing sides blindly. History taught lesson. So instead of committing fully to the US led Western bloc or the China Russia Eurasian bloc, India focuses on balancing. This gives India flexibility, leverage, and global relevance in a divided world. A country that can talk to everyone becomes extremely valuable. The old Cold War was about survival, but this one is about dominance. The old one threatened the world overnight. This one reshapes it slowly. And the most dangerous wars are not the ones we see coming, they are the ones already happening. And for more global updates, like, share, subscribe, and press the bell notification for more global updates.